When the news first trickled out detailing Meghan Markle's latest professional humiliation, initial reactions skewed toward suspicion over potentially doctored footage or yet another unfounded rumor lobbed by her detractors. After all, the last couple years saw a veritable cottage industry emerge manufacturing salacious and reputation-damaging claims about the Duchess of Sussex to feed the anti-Markle hate machine. But as the story rapidly gained verification from legitimate entertainment industry sources, there grew no denying the undercurrent of schadenfreude delight over Meghan's comeuppance at the hands of Tyler Perry. Simply put, the actor-director-producer had allegedly gone nuclear on the former royal during her cameo stint on one of his Atlanta productions, subjecting her to a profanity-laced multi-minute tirade before physically chasing her off his set in a remarkable power move alpha dog dismissal. If the reports proved true, it marked perhaps the first time Meghan had faced such unvarnished, Xavier public disrespect and lack of deference from an elite entertainment figure of similar stature. On the brutal hazing hierarchy, getting hazed by Perry on one of his renowned good-vibing sets would be akin to a Navy SEAL drill instructor smacking around his own child during discipline training. The whispers of Meghan's over-the-top bouncing first emerged on the TV/movie industry insider blogosphere known as the Hollywood Rog. Bite-sized blind items vaguely referenced a globally infamous ex-duchess diva antics prompting a meltdown from the temperamental Perry camp. But as more legitimate reporters began connecting the dots, the damning picture became crystal clear rather quickly. Credible sources indicated Meghan had landed a vaguely defined background cameo role on Perry's popular supernatural dramedy series, Boo Bitch, with her entrance meant to spark the usual frenzy of PR promotion for the director's latest hit. But any synergy or shine failed to materialize after Markle purportedly showed up to set overly determined to hijack the spotlight, only to be swiftly bucked back into line. Hard. Meghan clearly arrived on set with a very swinging set of you-know-what's agenda in mind right from jump, revealed one BuzzFeed source with intimate knowledge of the production melee. Like she thought she deserved carte blanche privilege to waltz in, go full diva with wild prima donna demands and treat the set as her own personal visitation to hold court. While initial reports alleged nothing egregious in terms of Markle's behavior, favors seemingly as benign as asking to be put up in a lavish penthouse suite rather than standard guest housing, the sense of entitlement alone seemed to raise hackles on a set already walking on eggshells around Perry's famous mercurial moods. Sources claimed producers nudged the Duchess to be conscious of Perry's zero-tolerance policy for diva stunts or being made to wait on tardy talent when call times are issued. When Meghan blew off those subtle warnings by rolling fashionably late into hair and makeup while chirping into her phone, a chain reaction of chaos quickly escalated into the filmmaker's famous on-set nuclear meltdown. Incensed by her apparent indifference to production schedules, Perry erupted at Markle with what one crew member described as a epic sick cussing out that left every corner of the soundstage uncomfortable. Tyler went straight not CHALL on her, no capped cursing or pulled punches, the crew member divulged. Just an immediate full-gale blast of N-bombs over her privileged disobedience, and a complete refusal to get in fucking line with set procedure on his production. According to reports, the situation between Tyler Perry and Meghan Markle escalated rapidly after the filmmaker's initial profanity-laced tirade against the Duchess over her alleged diva behavior on set. Multiple sources claimed that after a heated back-and-forth exchange, Perry took the stunning step of physically removing Markle from the production premises himself. One member of the Boo Bitch crew who witnessed the blow-up firsthand described Perry as being in an untamed, feral rage as Meghan futilely attempted to regain her composure and reason with the director after his verbal lashing. She tried walking it back with that familiar soft-spoken damsel routine, maybe thinking Tyler would simmer down and treat her with kid gloves as a fellow celebrity. But the insider claims Perry was already well past the point of no return in his fury. He just hulkied up even more, literally growling through gritted teeth like a pit bull about to attack. Telling her, "Oh no. You done stepped in it now, princess." With tensions reaching a boiling point, sources say Perry doubled down by revoking Meghan's adorning trailer accommodations and filming permissions for her cameo appearance on the spot. The director is then alleged to have grabbed Markle by the arm and begun frog marching the visibly shaken Duchess off the closed set and towards the studio lot's main entrance. It was crazy, he yanked her up and became giving the two-finger 8, time to go, point toward the parking lot like a nightclub bouncer tossing a drunk out the door, the eyewitness recalls. No courtesy, no polite dismissal, just GTFO my set and go get your privileged ass headed elsewhere. While Meghan did attempt to dig in her heels and protest the manhandling, multiple crew members confirmed the 6 feet 5 inches Perry stood emotionally unmoved, effortlessly propelling the Duchess's resistant exit while unleashing another torrent of R-rated insults and threats about calling for on-site security. She was basically clawing at the air, hissing, "Get your hands off me," while Tyler pushed her out to the front gate with her tail between her legs, said another source. His bodyguard opened the door for him and he straight up shoved her raggedy royal ass to the curb while she wailed in disbelief. In the aftermath, Meghan was photographed looking distraught and humiliated in the studio parking lot, visibly fighting back tears while attempting to regain her composure. Despite representatives' efforts, the protocol breach and violation of her employment contract essentially disqualified her from being able to re-enter production property for her cameo shoot. On the other side, Perry faced virtually no blowback from the industry over his explosive disciplining of the Duchess. The filmmaker has long been outspoken about having a strict, no-entitlement diva policy on his myriad projects spanning film, television, and theater. Sources say many entertainment colleagues privately applauded him for holding Markle to the same on-set accountability standards despite her royal pedigree. The guy didn't discriminate who he was upholding set decorum for, whether it was some fresh-from drama school PA kid, or an internationally famous duchess used to high-level pandering, noted one industry veteran. For Tyler, she mortally crossed lines by thinking she could waltz in and middle finger all his workplace rules with no consequences. While representatives for Markle stuck to vague, creative differences, reasoning in public, the disastrous cameo fallout marked another PR black eye for the Duchess, who was already dealing with accusations of workplace bullying and difficulty from her royal staff days. Insiders claim the incident left her feeling shaken, emasculated, and paranoid over the impact it could have on her ability to rebuild her entertainment career. For Perry, the swift removal and profane dismissal of Markle was simply a microcosm of his zero-tolerance policy for unprofessional set behavior, becoming a well-known legend in the industry. While Meghan learned that hard lesson all too publicly, the director continued unfazed, wrapping production of Boo Bitch and preparing release of his next surefire hit.